So we should know this. We're literally going to talk about why should we know this.
Okay, but I switched it on the notes. It's called Why We Should Know This. Not Why Should We Know This. Because our podcast
I think
is
that's
called,
what I meant to put.
Right. I get it. We're all a little dyslexic. Welcome to We Should Know This podcast. Welcome to our official first episode. If you heard that intro, if you stuck around for the intro, welcome to the rest of it. I am Soph.
I am Anna.
And this is our We Should Know This podcast. Do the thing. Oh. Incredible. Thank you so much.
This is probably going to be the entire podcast.
Most probably going to be the entire podcast. And we're going to try our very best. Since we're not very used to being in front of the camera, we're most likely always behind the camera. We're going to try very hard to not look at the monitor because...
Not just not look at the monitor, but...
Who wants to see that? Also, prepare for self-deprecate. No. Wow. Thank you, everybody. I'm so funny. But anyway, so this is our podcast. It's been a long time coming.
I know. What did we get ourselves into?
Good question. We love each other very much. This is why we're doing these things. Well, no, we've been talking about it for a while.
This actually started off as it being your idea.
Oh, right.
A very long time ago.
Very, very long time ago. But I thought it was like a parody idea, you know, like...
Yeah, until 2023 came around and I told you, I said, let's just do it. Like, what do we have to lose?
You're absolutely nothing, because we can absolutely repurpose a bunch of these things, including these microphones, you know? Yes. We can repurpose everything. We bought these chairs because Ana Luz can absolutely use them in her home.
Yes,
so
they're very nice here, actually.
They're actually very nice. Shout out to IKEA. Sponsored. No, we're not. We're not. But we should be.
I would love to be sponsored by IKEA.
Ay, mama, can you imagine?
Oh my God, I can refurnish my new house whenever I move.
God bless everybody.
IKEA, if you're listening, if you're watching this.
IKEA, since you're watching this, because we know you will. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Soph. This is Anna. Our podcast loves you.
Very much.
Okay. So why? See, I said it wrong. Why we should know this?
Honestly, it wasn't even a name that we came up with.
You're right.
We asked around for friends and people's opinions. Originally, our podcast was going to be named Uncultured. Why was it going to be named Uncultured?
Well, because, let me tell you a little story. It was going to be named Uncultured because we're idiots. And
I wouldn't say idiots. That's a little harsh.
You're right. Okay, fine. We'll say that in private. We were that. We were uncultured. We were all our lives we grew up in a small church school combo, and we didn't know a lot of things. So every time somebody would bring something up, we would be like, sorry, if that wasn't in the math pace 1077, we don't know it, bro. Listen, there are some paces that just make or break you.
Yep.
But sometimes those English books did not tell the whole story. Social studies didn't tell you a lot of the fun facts for a very long time.
Ones. Word
building. Listen, word building was that same until it became etymology, and then I wanted to shoot it in the foot because that was not fun for me because those words got really long. Really
hard to pronounce.
Right. Really hard to pronounce, really hard to read. And, with our dyslexia, self-proclaimed or self-diagnosed dyslexia, listen, those tests were hard. Shout out to our friends who helped us cheat because...
Mom, if you're watching this, you didn't hear that.
You didn't. You're not watching this, Mom. But yes, so due to those, that upbringing, let's say, we were pretty uncultured in a lot of things having to do with life in general, really.
Yeah.
So that's why we were going to call it Uncultured, and we were going to have people come in and teach us things at the ripe age of 30s. So
The fact that we're in our 30s and we still don't know a lot.
It's very true. We're always open, though. We were open to I don't know what the Boston Tea Party actually did.
I don't care what people think. Like, I don't know this. I'm not going to make myself look smarter than what I am.
Listen, Google is free.
Yep.
For you and for me.
Yes, it is.
So, so that's why we were going to call it Uncultured. But we figured, after a while, we were not as uncultured.
Right.
We learned a few things.
Yeah. We learned a lot of things in the past. Since we decided to come up with this 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And we just decided to ask around with our friends. Okay. And do we want to say who gave us this name?
Absolutely. We can absolutely give her a shout out. Cam Fam. Thank you, ma'am. Camila, Batres. Follow her on all her socials.
If you're looking for any marketing,
Camila's that lady. She just kind of mentioned, she's like, why don't you just so nonchalant too? And I was just like, shut up, Cam, silly goose.
You guys were Jeremiah's Italian Ice when this
Jeremiah's happened. And we had already asked at Chili's, my favorite place. Also, if you would like to sponsor just me, I would love it. Thank you.
I like it too. Not as much as she does, but
right. But we kind of just asked our fellow, or what do we call them?
I think at this point, so to get to know us a little bit.
Oh, right. Because here I'm thinking we're just talking to our friends. We are talking to our friends. And if you are a new friend, then figure it out.
Right.
Ask us questions.
So we grew up being pastors' kids all of our lives.
You hesitated so hard on that, and I felt it to my core. She said, "Pastors' kids."
Listen,
it's nothing to be ashamed of, Anna. Everybody's supposed to love
right.
us.
You're absolutely right.
There is a stigma.
Yes, exactly. There's a stigma behind pastors' kids. Whatever.
We are the worst. Whatever.
We grew up being pastors' kids, and that means you grow up learning and being shoved into serving at church.
That's right. I remember I became a leader at 18, right after I graduated high school. And it was just we have a leader. I graduated on Saturday. Mm-hmm. They told me I had to go to the leaders meeting on Sunday. And I was just like, I don't want to do this. I want to take a break. They're like, take a break of what?
Right.
You're officially in the ministry. Sit down. And I was reluctant. But obviously a very, very good decision I made to stay.
Well, you started at 18. I wasn't as hesitant about serving in church. I've actually served in almost all of the ministries, but we started serving in youth ministry since we were very young.
It's true. Yeah, that I have to agree. We did the chairs,
everything. Cleaning the bathroom, serving, kids ministry,
turning off the lights,
worship ministry. We still do that.
Yes.
We're the last ones to leave church and the first ones to get there. So we're turning everything on.
Oh my God. If I have to get to church and open the gate for myself again, I'm speaking to the leaders of the servers because they should open both gates.
You're absolutely right. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
We will.
For people to commit to being there on time.
Amen. What a blessing.
So we're both youth leaders.
We are.
And growing up, youth ministry was challenging.
True.
Interesting. And a lot of the youth in our youth ministry are kids that we basically saw growing up.
It's true.
Including Camila. Camila was in daycare with our little brother.
Yes, she was.
For those that don't know, we are 2 of 3.
2 of 3, correct. She is the oldest. I am the middle. And then we have a younger brother.
Why did you do that?
Well, because middle children are the best.
Middle children actually have the reputation of being the worst.
But evidently we're the best, We break family norms.
I don't know about all of that.
That's extremely
I don't know what
rude.
illusion you've got going on.
Okay. All right, well. Go ahead and comment down below.
Anyway.
So far, who is the best? Thank you.
So eventually our youth, I think in the past 3 years, ever since COVID happened, we've gotten a little closer to them.
That's true.
It's not just a leader student relationship. It's become where we can be a little bit more of friends. They're not the friends that we go to all the time for everything. They're not our best friends, but we can consider them friends, and I hope that they can consider us friends too.
And if they don't, that's okay too, because I'm not here to just.
I mean, I feel
friends.
like they kind of do though.
They do.
Because if not, they wouldn't invite us to go out everywhere.
That's actually very true. But see, that's recent though. They've only started to invite us now.
We must be doing something right if they're inviting us out to be a part of their social lives.
Wow, what a way to look at it. Because I was not. I was just like, what do they want us to chaperone so like their parents won't get mad that we're here?
Oh no,
that they're in one place and like there's no adult supervision.
That's the difference with our generation and their generation.
It's true.
Their parents know and are okay with them going out and doing whatever it is that they like to do. In our case, that was not the situation.
That was not the situation.
It is what it is. Times changed.
It's true. Whatever, I guess. So yeah. Back to the topic.
Yeah, the topic of why we should know this. So our podcast is called We Should Know This, because there's a lot of things that we should know, and not just about like life in general, but about each other.
It's true.
So we're sisters.
We are.
And we have a lot in common.
It's true.
But at the same time, we can be complete opposites.
Absolutely. I think growing up set us up for this pretty much, because I was determined to be opposite of you, because if my sister likes cheese, then I have to like ham. Okay. And cheese is from the devil, because that's what siblings do.
Here's where the middle child situation
absolutely
comes in.
We're different. We're very different.
You like to be kind of rebellious.
Again, I don't like that word, because I don't think I'm being rebellious. I think it's just breaking the norm. Like, why not? I'm asking the tough questions.
If that's how you want to look at it, sure.
Okay. Well, I think a lot of people are going to agree with me.
Well, maybe they can comment and let us know.
Fine.
Their thoughts and their opinions.
Let us know or whatever. Anyway, yes. So I think growing up set us up for this like whole, we have in common, but like we can be our individual selves. And I think that our parents did a really good job about, not pushing us to be alike.
Right.
Just because they were not.
At least on the inside.
Correct. No, on the outside.
Number one, you can't help how you come out looking.
It's true.
So we looked very much alike, almost like twins, even though I'm a year older than you are.
Yeah.
I was going to say a little bit more, but it's really only a month.
It's true. We're 13 months apart.
13. Almost Irish twins.
Almost.
But not. But on the outside, we looked a lot the same. And Mom used to love to dress us the same.
We have the proof too.
Yes.
We have
Maybe
the proof.
We'll show you guys pictures.
Maybe we'll see. But yes. But they didn't really, push us to be alike. Like if I did want just a ham sandwich and you just wanted cheese, like it wasn't a big deal at the house.
It really wasn't.
Or if you loved blue, then all of my stuff better be red, because blue is ill.
Yeah.
So I don't think they had a big old issue about it, and they never really no, you should actually like pink. I was really, but I love purple.
Mom actually accommodated that. So it's true. She would dress us the same, but in different colors. So if you like red more and I like blue more, you get the red clothes.
She'll facilitate that. Absolutely. Shout out Mom, bro. If she's watching, I don't know.
Shout out to Mom.
Hi, Mom.
I'm sure she'll watch.
Of course she'll watch. She's very supportive.
Yes, she is.
But yes, we are alike, but we are very different.
So other things that we have in common, we're both big Disney fans.
Super Disney fans. Disney, if you would like to, listen, that's the first endorsement I'm going to put out there, and be like, yes, whatever you want to pay me, that'd be great.
Disney, if you're watching.
Since you are watching.
I love that. Mama, declaring it. Amen.
There you go. Gotta keep the positivity out, bro. What you mean? No, they will.
So we're both big Disney fans, but I think you're a little bit more than I am.
Yes.
So there's where the opposite comes in, but the same common.
Same but different.
But different.
Right.
So we're both wearing glasses, but you need glasses.
I will be blind if I don't have them.
I don't. Mine is mostly for screens and like driving at night. And I honestly can sit on a screen all day and I won't wear it.
Right. God bless.
And then I ask myself why I have a headache at the end of the day.
What is it like to be God's favorite?
Didn't put on.
What is it like to be God's favorite? Whatever. It's fine.
But yeah.
So yeah. So this is our podcast. This is what it's going to be about. I mean, if you care to be along for the ride, that would be dope. But it's just going to be us chit-chatting, getting to know each other again. Because honestly, there was a time in our lives that we weren't very close. Like, we were close growing up, that we kind of drift apart like everybody does in high school, middle school, whatever. We have our own friends, and you graduated a year earlier than I did from high school.
Because I'm a year older.
Okay. we heard it, Anna. Thanks. Yes. So I was left alone for a year, and then I went off to college, and then Andu stayed here, and it was just different. We grew apart for a little bit, but then I think we caught up.
I think a big part of what brought us back together into our relationship was Matthew.
Oh, Matthew, the star of the show. Matthew is my favorite person.
Matthew is not his name.
Oh, right.
His name is Mateo.
Mateo in Spanish. Don't say it ever.
We have a nickname, so we say Matthew.
Matthew.
But it isn't. His name is not Matthew. His name is Mateo in Spanish.
That's right. Mateo. Should you?
Mateo is my beautiful firstborn son, and I say firstborn not because I'm saying anything here. I'm not announcing
right. This is not the way to do it. She knows. I
am not pregnant
right now.
Right now. Hopefully in the future we'll give him
absolutely siblings. When this episode comes out, check our no, I'm just kidding. we don't know. No. God, only God knows.
Yeah.
Matthew is her firstborn, but my baby. That is my beautiful nephew and my favorite person of all time in this planet. So I don't know, what was I doing before? What was I doing before?
No, I don't know. Living your life, inside. Doing whatever it is that you want.
Dead inside. Yeah. But now I have Mateo.
But I don't know. I think when 2019 was right before, like, when COVID happened.
Yeah.
And in 2019, at the end, towards Thanksgiving, it was like right before Thanksgiving, was when I found out that I was pregnant. And then, like, I want to say it was almost exactly a week later, our grandma passed away.
Yeah.
And she unfortunately passed away on your birthday.
She sure did.
So obviously, that whole...
Ruined it! I'm just telling you. Talk about birthday trauma. It's fine. We're over it.
Yeah. You know what? I think that obviously it's a sad time because we were very close to our grandmother. Yeah. But at the same time, with everything that came along after with COVID, I would not have wanted to see her go through all of that.
I have to agree. She would have lost her mind having to stay home.
Yeah.
Period. My dear grandmother passed away at 94 years old. She lived a really long life. And if she could, she would have still driven if we let her.
Yeah.
But thank God for not.
Yeah.
But she was a lady who was still, up and running. She was of sound mind.
Yeah. Going to the hair salon every single
week. First of all, who has money for that? Number one. Abuela did. God bless her retirement. But number one, who has money for that? She went to the salon every single week. She got her nails did specifically by, specific people because they knew how to work with her gentle feet, her delicate feet, not gentle feet.
They were gentle with her delicate feet.
There it goes. I'm not fit for this.
You'll get there.
So she was up and running, and it was totally fine. It was a shock the way it happened, and like you said, unfortunately, it was on my birthday, and now
I think like every single older person, they have different like health issues.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like something we expected for it to happen.
Absolutely,
not that fast.
Not at all.
So I mean, whatever, it is what it is. She's in a better place. She's at peace. We're all at peace.
We are. Yeah.
That she's no longer, like in pain and suffering.
It's true. And let alone during this pandemic, which was garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage water.
Yeah.
Ew. I grossed myself out. Ew.
You know what that made me think about?
Oh my God.
Do you remember the garbage water milkshake?
Please stop talking. Nobody
David, if you're watching this.
David won't be watching this, but if he is, you gross. Gross. And I know the rest of it we're not gonna say on the podcast.
It's kind of gross.
It's yes.
So we're not going to say the rest of it.
But garbage water milkshake, just think about it as the base.
That's your fault. You brought up garbage water.
Okay, but like you saw how I grossed myself out. It was no necessity for you to continue this conversation.
Anyway, I think the podcast, honestly, we're just doing this for fun.
It's true.
We are definitely not the type of people.
All the sponsors that we're getting already, calm down, everybody.
We're definitely not the type of people to be in front of the camera.
Absolutely not.
You're watching us right now, but we are both very uncomfortable.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, somebody was calling me, and I don't know what happened.
Who was calling you? We already know who was calling you.
We already know who was calling me.
Alex, if you're watching this, hello. You know that we're recording today.
Literally, I literally told you. Whatever, it's fine.
I forgot what I was saying.
The podcast is fun, and this is what we're doing.
This is honestly just for fun. Like, if this takes off and it goes somewhere, and one day we do have, like Disney or IKEA sponsoring us,
oh my god,
then great.
I from your words to God's ears. Que bendición.
Amen.
Father, how he loves us.
But
yes,
if that doesn't happen, who cares?
Literally, who cares?
Honestly, whoever is watching are the people that need to watch.
Exactly, and they see us talk all the time. Yeah. And this is just now on camera. This is probably
going to be like a podcast only watched by our 4 friends.
Absolutely. Our last 4 brain cells.
Last 4 brain cells.
That's going to be them.
So we'll talk a little bit about like everything.
A little bit about. We almost called the podcast a little bit of everything.
Oh my god, yes, you're right.
But it was taken. So that was done. So we opted not to.
It was taken. Do you want to share a little bit more about yourself?
I don't. I'm just kidding. No, about myself. What about myself?
I don't know, like other things that you do. You're not just doing the podcast for a living.
Oh, well, no, not for a living, just because we're not monetizing this yet. No, I work for the church that we attend, and our pastors are pastors too. What did I say? I said it wrong, didn't I? Yeah. Our parents are the pastors to this one church that we are part of,
who are also our pastors because we attend the church.
That's right. Oh my god! Listen, we're gonna get better. I promise you. After I watch this episode, as I'm editing, Soph, don't cut it out. I am the creative director, or I don't know what
got you to be there.
Well, I have graphic design. Really, graphic design is my career of choice. I have a bachelor's degree in that, and so I was working for a company that I was miserable at, and thanks to you and our doctor friend, Dr. Sin.
Dr. Sin.
Dr. Sin. Dr. Sin's going to come up a lot, okay?
Yeah.
Dr. Sin is the third sister that wasn't ever.
Yeah.
That wasn't ever. The third sister.
But she is like our sister. She's more than just friends. She's family.
Yeah. She's our Dr. Sin. You guys were just like, why wouldn't you just work for the church? You know that they need it, and there's nobody. You already do the graphic work on the side, and it kind of just kind of makes sense. And I was just like, no, I don't know if my parents are ever going to go for that, just because budgetary, and this is I need to make a living as well, and I have bills and stuff like that. So you guys were just like, no, bro, it's totally possible. It's totally possible. It's totally possible. And I, with your help, I created a presentation, and you guys looked it over, and I spoke to you guys, and I kind of like did a prep presentation, and you guys helped me out that same day. So I gathered the head pastors along with my parents and the rest of their council. That's what we'll call them. And I presented the idea of me becoming a full-time, ministry worker or something like that.
I remember being in the room when you were presenting.
Yeah.
And it was like cake.
Yeah.
Like it was like a given.
It really was.
You're hired.
It really was. I all of them at the end of it, they were all nodding like yep during the presentation. So I was just like, okay, vibing off, and they're doing good. Like they think I'm right, or they think it's good. And the moment I finished, they did a small hand clap, and they were just like, agreed. Everybody in unanimous.
Yeah. Well, you offered something that the church didn't have.
Correct.
And we're a church this year going on 36 years.
It's true. It's very
true. It was about time that our church had that.
It was about time. All of those who sang that song in your head, just like me. What a blessing. What a blessing. We pray for Lizzo.
And it also came at a perfect time. You got hired right before COVID hit.
It's true.
Where the church didn't have a choice but to lock down and go live online. And who knew how to do that other than
Let
you?
me tell you, not me. Thank you to the University of YouTube, also who would like to sponsor us. No, but yeah, no, but yeah, we're gonna get better. We're gonna get better. God bless. It's gonna be great. That's the wrong button, Fran, but we'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody who laughed. So yeah, the I got hired on 2019, February 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working there a year and I was getting things in order. Luckily, I was able to gut the entire production office and get rid of a bunch of stuff, update our system from 1998 to 2019.
Oh my God, yeah. CDs.
CDs, DVDs,
Cassettes.
I still have cassettes. They haunt me until this day. There are so many cassettes of your father preaching, and I don't know what to do with them. At this point, I'm gonna send them.
Should sell them.
We're gonna just send them to the other countries. Our father's a big missionary, so he could just take them.
If they even have cassette players over there, like
That's a very
the
good.
world has evolved.
So here's the thing. I looked it up, and to digitize that, let's say I want to do 1,000 cassettes, because that's what I have.
Mm-hmm.
More than 1,000 cassettes.
I bet.
It would be something like 15K.
Mm.
Who has the budget for that? Because it's not coming out of my paycheck. That's
Listen,
for sure.
I'm sure they're great preachings, but it's not worth it.
Daddy, it's not worth it, Papa. It's not. We're gonna cancel
It is
them.
not worth the 15K.
Do they fit in a shredder? No. Okay. Just asking for a friend.
We could just burn them.
Wow, a bonfire with the youth and all your dad's
Old
cassettes.
Sorry, Dad.
We're gonna call it burning the past. Want to preach? Want to preach? Somebody call Dennis. Dennis. I'm just kidding. He'll come out shortly. Be like, whoa. Dennis is her husband,
My husband.
whom I detest. No, I'm just kidding. Dennis is a great guy. He's a great dad, great guy,
If
great
you think
husband.
about all the guys in our
No,
lives,
mama, no comparison. We're not gonna compare because he wins.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
no
so
comparison.
2019, I became an employee, a full-time employee of the church, and then COVID hit in 2020, and yeah, I had to learn on the go because I had no idea about any of this. Again, my background is graphic design. I hated what is web development and all that stuff because I can't do the letters and numbers and shapes. It's very, very hard. So I eventually figured some stuff out and I got it up and running, and we made it through the pandemic online, and we still today we do online, and I have a team now that helps me out every Sunday.
Bless that.
That they are a blessing to me. Shout out to the whole team.
If you're watching this, if you're not,
Again,
don't shout out.
if you're not, you're on punishment. Discipline.
Just
right
kidding.
away. Discipline right away. But yeah, so this is what that's it. That's all about me or whatever.
That's not all about you.
I am an auntie. I'm a great auntie.
She's
auntie.
missing one key part of her life. Cultura Trading Co.
Oh, you know what? It's because it's all about this right here. I don't want to cross, but yes, Cultura Trading Co. is the #1 sponsor of the We Should Know This podcast.
It definitely is.
It is my baby company.
Baby company.
We're gonna call it a baby company because it's still a baby. She's still a baby. It's a baby company of pop culture T-shirts. Really, like we said earlier, that I'm a big fan of Disney and everything pop culture, really, Marvel and Office and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I was always coming up with certain little designs, and every trip we would go on, I'm gonna make a shirt. And
Yeah.
someone gifted me with I bought a silhouette suit. What is it called? Silhouette cameo, not a cricket.
Okay. Was that
Silhouette
gifted to you?
is better. It wasn't gifted to me. I bought it.
You bought it off of someone else.
Right. I bought it off of someone else. And so it became mine now.
Okay.
And so I was able to do whatever I wanted. And I created a company, and it's trucking, going on like 3 years or something like that.
It's going on for more than that.
More than that, obviously. Yep. But 3 years of consistent work and consistent drops. So we're gonna go ahead and link that down below.
We do. I'm not wearing it right now.
Right. Same.
But all of our friends,
Yes.
our close friends.
Yeah.
All we wear is Cultura Trading Co t-shirts.
Thank you. And I appreciate them because that's literally the only people who buy. And I love them for it. So.
But because they're the best t-shirts.
Okay.
She doesn't think so.
I don't.
I'm sure that there's other companies out there.
So many.
Or, big franchises like Disney.
Right.
Who needs some help in the graphic design department. If you want to hire. Disney, are you watching?
We know you are. So here I am. All my ideas are up for grabs.
Your merch is lacking. Okay.
Ooh, is lacking. I like it.
There's other ones that have better, but
right. Well, listen. I won't buy what I don't like.
Right.
So I decided to make what I like, and I like my stuff, and I will wear my stuff. It's just every time we go on a trip, I find an opportunity to make something new. And I was just like, this would be great. So everybody usually gets mad, like, you're not even repping your own company. It's like, but I am. I'm repping me. It's weird.
Okay.
It's a weird combo. Whatever. But yes, Cultura is also a very big part of my life. And who knows, maybe I have some future endeavors in mind and we can shout those out as well. What? Girl.
Amen.
Amen. Whatever. But
amen.
Yeah, that's
if you hear us say amen a lot, it's for a reason.
That's true.
Which is, I think, probably what we should have said first. We
should have said, God,
from the beginning.
Us.
We are both, obviously, we grew up in church, but we've both individually
correct
grew up to have a relationship with Christ.
Correct.
We're both Christians, believers, saved by His grace,
baptized.
And so if you hear us talk about different things, because God is a part of our life.
Absolutely.
So we incorporate, or at least we try to incorporate everything, God into everything
it's
that
true.
We do.
We even included him in this podcast. That's crazy. He was invited.
Yeah,
absolutely. So, he's going to be around. If you don't like it, get out. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Invite Jesus into your heart. We'll say a prayer at the end. GK. No, maybe not. But anyway, now we're spiraling.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that was about me. And now, what about you? Tell us about you.
What do you want to know about me, Sam? That you don't know? Just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
I know. The viewers need to know.
The viewers need to know. Absolutely, they need to know.
So, my name is Anna. Actually, you know what? At this point, I don't even know what my name is.
At this point, it's whatever you want to call her.
When I was born, technically my name was supposed to be Ana Luz. Together. Ana Luz. Together. Named after both of our grandmothers. And this is going to sound harsh, but I don't care. The idiot who did my birth certificate decided to separate it. So legally, my name is Ana and Luz is my middle name. So I've always gone by Ana. People call me Ana Luz. People call me, at work, they call me Anita.
Over here, I call you Optimus.
Optimus. Why do you call me Optimus?
It was because of GOG, the school. Remember, we used to call it Optimus Prime.
Yeah, but I don't know who came up with that. So my name is Anna. I'm your older sister. I'm the best. And I have a lot of older siblings who watch, who can attest.
Of course,
because all older siblings are the best.
Or delusional. And
no, all older siblings are the best. Dr. Sin is oldest.
And?
Who else is oldest?
That's right. Just you two.
Well, actually, you know what? I take that back. We're not all the best because I know several older siblings that are not the best.
Agreed.
Anyway, I'm your sister.
I'm her sister too.
Yeah, we're sisters.
Okay, people know that part.
Unlike you, I did not go to college.
That's fine.
And that's totally fine.
Absolutely.
I started working after college, and I eventually, made a career in corporate world. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find a really comfortable spot for the microphone. So if you hear it turning on and off, mind your business.
I work at a bank, I'm not gonna give the name of the bank
Don't
because
do that
people don't
because
need to know that.
That's not public knowledge.
But yeah, I work in the corporate world. I am married. I'm going on 8 years this year.
Wow.
Married, but we've been together for over 12.
Wow, even longer. Look at that.
I know. Well, we've known each other for almost 20 years.
No manches, güey.
But together, over 12. Married, almost 8.
Wow, a whole
And
decade with
as
your man.
parents, almost 3.
But why the heartbreak, Anna? You know this was going to happen.
My
Okay,
baby
you know this was going to happen.
Growing up.
I agree, and I hate it.
My baby's growing up.
It's
He's
my
going to
baby.
be 3
All
soon, and he has to go to school.
Nope. Hey, listen, this is one topic that I said we were not going to talk about because Matthew going to school is a problem for me.
Listen, I know the schools
Scary.
are scary.
Dangerous. The worst.
There's a lot of things, but there are pros to schools.
Obviously learning.
Well, yeah, but the kid is smart already, so.
Oh my God, he's so smart. He's so beautiful. Oh my God, we're going to start a separate podcast just talking about Matthew.
Yeah, I will bring him on.
Yeah.
Because
he's eventually going to be here, let's be real.
He loves being in the camera.
He sure does.
So yeah, so I'm married. Matthew is my son. We are recording in my house.
We are.
What a blessing.
You forgot your other fur child.
Oh.
That's very rude, actually.
I love my fur child.
You really don't.
No, here's the thing. I have severe allergies to dogs. The only reason I agreed to getting a dog was for my husband because he really wanted one. And honestly, when Chance was a puppy, like, how could you say no to that?
You're absolutely right. He was so cute.
And he's still a really good dog. I really can't complain. The guy doesn't bark. The guy is trained as far as, like potty will never go anywhere unless it's outside. He's well behaved.
He really is.
And, like, it is. He's about to be 5.
Wow. It's getting up there, bro.
Yeah. And yeah, I also serve in church. I don't get paid to work at church.
Wow, we're not gonna say it like that though. I don't get paid to go to church either. But all right.
No, but you get paid to work at the church.
I do work,
but I'm totally fine with it because serving God is not something I do for expecting something in return.
Oh,
and I'm not.
Won't it preach? Wow, que administración.
Anyway, Dennis and I are youth directors at church. And
very good ones.
I'm going on a year almost as worship leader at the church.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I started
it's been
June last year.
Shut up. That's great.
I know.
She's doing a great job, guys.
I'm doing as good as I can.
She does a lot more than I do. Let's be very real. You should be getting paid.
It's always been like that though, but not.
That's okay. Well, we're gonna unpack that in a second because that's rude.
Not in a bad way, but like I said, you're also the type of person where you do not like to be told what to do.
Not that. I'm just saying. I thought we were gonna go along the lines like, oh, you're the type of person who works behind the scenes.
You do. I was
but
getting
then you
there.
Also told me that it's not okay. Well,
I was getting there.
Helping or hurting, Anna? Helping or hurting?
Maybe a little bit of both.
That's okay. We're not working through that in this podcast. I refuse.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we've both done everything.
It's true.
This is your full-time job. It's not my full-time job.
You're right.
But I do it like if it was.
Yeah. Let's call it a part-time.
Sure.
No, a second full-time.
But I don't give it part of my time, is what I meant to say.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah, serving God, he deserves all of it. So he deserves 100% of my time, even when I do other things. I'm a full-time mom. I'm a full-time wife. I have a full-time job. I'm a full-time at a lot of things.
That's true.
But I'm a full-time daughter of Christ.
Oh, shout out to God. Shout out to the Lord himself. What's that?
Yeah.
That's nice. It's true. You are a full-time everything. Good for you.
Yeah.
We love this.
And that's about me. It is what it is.
It is what it is. You're right. But yeah, so this is the We Should Know This podcast. And like I said, stick around should you want to. More episodes to come. If you can't hear us on all of the podcast places, we will be on YouTube.
Also, I just wanted to make a comment.
Oh, good Lord.
if you hear this or if you watch this, be kind.
That's right. Let's
This
start
is
off.
our very first episode. This is something very new to us.
Very.
None of us have any idea what we're doing.
Absolutely. And I think it's going to be like that for the duration of the entire first season. And then the second. So we'll see. Yes, be kind. Be kind to one another. Be kind to us. We'll see you on the next one, bro.
Make sure to like and subscribe and share
And comment.
and comment.
Answer all the questions that we asked because we told them to do it.
What questions did we ask?
I
The
don't
only
know.
question that we asked had to do with thoughts or opinions on middle children.
Right.
Are they
We're the best and
the
just
best,
say
or are they
yes.
delusional?
Okay. I don't think delusional is a little harsh. But whatever. If you're just listening on the podcast station, go ahead and download. I think what is it that they say in the podcast world? I don't know.
Again,
just follow
we're
us.
new to this.
Follow
Yeah.
us, and I promise this will get better. Love you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.